Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicates and lays foundation stone for multiple development projects worth more than 60,000 crore rupees in Gujarat. Government reiterates its readiness for talks with farmers. Centre asks states to prepare corridor management plan to tackle elephant attacks. India to be the third largest economy by 2027, predicts global investment advisory firm Jefferies. And in sports, two Indian duos enter semi-finals of men's doubles of Pune Open Tennis. Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicated to the nation and laid the foundation stone of multiple development projects worth more than 47,000 crore rupees in Navsari, Gujarat today. The projects encompass a wide range of sectors such as power generation, rail, road, textiles, education, water supply, connectivity, and urban development. The Prime Minister also initiated the commencement of construction work for PM Mitra Park in Navsari. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister said that PM Mitra Park is the first such park in the country for the textile sector. He said this will give a boost to the textile industry and India's share in textile exports will increase. He added that the government is making arrangements to make India a self-reliant nation. The Prime Minister said the PM Mitra Park is also a step towards realizing this vision.
जब ये पीएम मित्र पार्क तैयार हो जाएगा तो इस पूरे क्षेत्र की तस्वीर बदल जाएगी। इस पार्क के निर्माण में ही 3,000 करोड़ रुपए का निवेश होगा। यहाँ पर कताई, बुनाई, जिनिंग, गारमेंट, टेक्निकल टेक्सटाइल और टेक्सटाइल मशीनरी ऐसे हर काम के लिए वैल्यू चेन का इकोसिस्टम बनेगा।
The Prime Minister reiterated his assurance of empowering youth, poor, farmers and women. Talking about the increasing role of nuclear power in meeting the country's energy needs, the Prime Minister said the two new Make in India reactors inaugurated at the Kakrapar nuclear plant today are the testimony of a self-reliant India.
21वीं सदी के भारत में बिजली पैदा करने में हमारे परमाणु घरों की भूमिका और बढ़ने जा रही है। आज ही तापी के काकरापार परमाणु ऊर्जा प्लांट में 2 नए रिएक्टर राष्ट्र को समर्पित किए गए हैं। ये दोनों रिएक्टर मेड इन इंडिया टेक्नोलॉजी से तैयार किए गए हैं। ये दिखाता है कि आज भारत कैसे हर क्षेत्र में आत्मनिर्भर हो रहा है।
The Prime Minister said the government is focused on transforming small cities by improving connectivity and digital infrastructure. A report.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched several people-centric projects of various sectors including road, railway and water supply worth over 60,000 crore rupees in North and South Gujarat today. BharatNet Phase 2, Gujarat Fiber Grid Network Limited, which was launched by PM today, will provide high-speed internet service to more than 8,000 gram panchayats of the state. PM also inaugurated the two largest indigenous pressurized heavy water reactors, KAPS-3 and KAPS-4 at Kakrapar Nuclear Power Plant. Together, these two reactors will produce about 10.4 billion units of clean electricity per year. PM also initiated the work commencement for the construction of country's first PM Mitra Park in Navsari. Aparna Khund, Akashvani News, Ahmedabad.
The Prime Minister inaugurated and laid the foundation stone of projects worth over 13,000 crore rupees at Tarabin, Mehsana today. Besides, multiple projects for rail line doubling, gauge conversion, new broad gauge line in districts of Mehsana and Banaskantha, multiple road projects in Kheda, Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad and Mehsana were also launched on the occasion. During the program, the Prime Minister laid the foundation stone of several important projects, including multiple road projects in Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad, Banaskantha and Mehsana. He also inaugurated the runway of Air Force Station Disa, Gujarat Biotechnology Research Centre's new building at Gift City, among others. The Prime Minister has said that India's dairy sector is growing at 6% above the world average with an annual turnover of 10 lakh crore, and the real strength of India's dairy sector is the power of women. Addressing the Golden Jubilee celebration of Gujarat Milk Marketing Federation, popularly known as Amul, at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, the Prime Minister said Amul's success is a testimony to women-led development. Lauding the contribution of Amul in making farmers and women self-reliant, the Prime Minister underscored the importance of enhancing the economic power of women to realize the vision of a developed India. He also focused on developing the rural economy and empowering marginal farmers to fulfill the dream of a developed India. The Prime Minister also stressed on a series of initiatives that are being taken by the government to improve the health of livestock and for the empowerment of cattle-growing farmers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will reach Varanasi in a short while from now. He will be on a 2-day tour of Kashi and will launch development projects worth more than 13,000 crores during his stay. The Prime Minister has again emerged as the most popular global leader with 78% approval rating. This was unveiled in a survey conducted by a US-based global decision intelligence agency, Morning Consult. In the survey, President of Mexico, Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, has secured the second place with 65% approval rating, followed by Argentina President Javier Milei at third with an approval rating of 63%. US President Joe Biden is on the 11th position among world leaders, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on 17th, and UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak on the 20th position. As per the agency's website, the latest approval ratings are based on the data that was collected from January the 30th to February the 5th. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Global investment advisory firm Jefferies has projected an optimistic outlook for the Indian economy and its equity markets. In its latest note, the New York headquartered firm has said that in the last 10 years, India has seen fundamental structural reforms which have created the framework for the country to realize its full potential. It said that over the next 4 years, India's GDP will likely touch $5 trillion, making it the third largest economy by 2027. It will overtake Japan and Germany, maintaining the status of the fastest growing large economy. In the process of sustained economic growth, the global firm expects the Indian stock market to hit $10 trillion by 2030. The global firm in its report has observed that India's market capitalization at $4.3 trillion ranks fifth in the world, behind USA, China, Japan and Hong Kong. The government today reiterated that it is always ready for talks with the farmers to address their concerns. Speaking to media in New Delhi, the Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur said that union ministers held 4 rounds of talks with the farmers and positive discussions were held. The minister added that the government is taking every step to double the income of farmers, and in this direction it has also implemented the report of MS Swaminathan.
पहले 4 चरणों में भी मोदी सरकार के वरिष्ठ मंत्री उनसे चंडीगढ़ में जाकर मिले, कई घंटों तक सकारात्मक तरीके से बातचीत हुई और आगे भी हमने कहा कि जब भी जरूरत होगी हम तब चर्चा के लिए तैयार हैं। कल भी गन्ने की कीमतें 315 रुपए से बढ़ाकर 340 रुपए प्रति क्विंटल खरीद की है और ये लगभग 8% ज्यादा बढ़ी पिछले साल से। और यही नहीं, हम सुनिश्चित कर रहे हैं कि किसानों की आय को दुगना करें, उस दिशा में हमने हर कदम उठाया। स्वामीनाथन कमेटी की रिपोर्ट को लागू भी किया।
Union Minister for Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Bhupendra Yadav, has said the Wildlife Institute of India will assist the Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu governments to prepare a corridor management plan to address the issue of frequent elephant attacks on human habitations. He was addressing the media in Wayanad after a meeting with the revenue and forest officials convened in the wake of increasing human-animal conflict in the region. A recent attack claimed 3 lives. The minister reiterated that the union government is committed to protecting both human beings and the wildlife. The minister also urged the Kerala government to create a transparent mechanism and protocol for the speedy disposal of compensation to the victims of wildlife attack. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today met several of his counterparts on the sidelines of the Raisina dialogue, which is currently underway in New Delhi. The External Affairs Minister met the Foreign Minister of Tanzania. In a social media post, he said they assessed positively the progress in the bilateral cooperation between the two countries. Dr. Jaishankar also met the Foreign Minister of Ghana and assessed the progress of bilateral cooperation, especially the development of partnership. The External Affairs Minister held a meeting with the Foreign Minister of the Slovak Republic, who is on his first visit to India. The dignitaries reviewed the status of bilateral relationship and looked forward to deeper collaboration in bilateral and regional formats. On the sidelines of the Raisina dialogue, Dr. Jaishankar and the Foreign Minister of Finland unveiled the logo celebrating 75 years of India-Finland diplomatic ties. Sri Lanka's Minister of Buddha Sasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, Vidura Vikramanayake, has said that the International Gita Mahotsav will be held in Colombo. Speaking at the steering committee meeting, the minister said the purpose of the event is to popularize the timeless teachings of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The 3-day International Gita Mahotsav will commence from the 1st of March. Thousands of delegates from across the world are expected to attend the event. On the 4th of March, a copy of Srimad Bhagavad Gita will be presented to the Parliament of Sri Lanka. The Indian Meteorological Department IMD has forecast rainfall with isolated thunderstorm activity likely over the northeast and adjoining East India till Sunday. It said that isolated heavy rainfall and snowfall is also very likely over Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Sikkim and Nagaland for the next 2 days. Hailstorm activity is likely at isolated places over Gangetic West Bengal tomorrow. Met Department further said that hot and humid weather will continue till tomorrow over coastal Andhra Pradesh, Yanam and Kerala. It said there will be no significant change in minimum temperatures over most parts of North India during the next 5 days. Speaking to Akashvani News, senior IMD scientist R.K. Jenamani said the prevailing western disturbance has receded, and owing to that, any extreme change in weather condition is unlikely.
जो दिन का तापमान है वो धीरे धीरे बढ़ेगा। जैसे अगर दिल्ली का बात करें, तापमान जो है 26.2 है, दिन का जो मैक्सिमम होता है 1 डिग्री एबव नॉर्मल है और मिनिमम टेम्परेचर जो है 11 डिग्री है, जस्ट 1 डिग्री बिलो नॉर्मल। तो अभी आगे जो है धीरे धीरे बढ़ेगा, लेकिन इस बार का जो फरवरी अभी तक जैसे हम लोग ऑलमोस्ट 4th वीक में प्रवेश कर चुके हैं, तो फरवरी का जो तापमान है पिछले 2 साल से काफी कम है। फरवरी 2022 और फरवरी 2023 में काफी हाई टेम्परेचर चला था, जिसकी वजह से उसका इम्पैक्ट था एग्रीकल्चर के ऊपर।
National capital Delhi is witnessing sunny days. Clear sky is predicted for tomorrow. In Pune Open Tennis, 2 Indian pairs have entered the semi-finals of men's doubles. The duo of Jeevan Neduncharyan and Arjun Khade and the second pair of R. Ramanathan and Saket Maineni have won their quarter-final matches today, while Jeevan Neduncharyan and Arjun Khade defeated the German pair Jacob Schnattner and Mark Waldner 6-4, 7-6. R. Ramanathan and Saket Maineni beat the pair of Croatian Duje Adjukovic and Italian Enrico Della Valle in a tough game. In other matches, India's Nikki Kalyandapunnacha has entered the quarterfinals, defeating his compatriot Sumit Nagal in the men's singles pre-quarterfinal. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicates and lays foundation stone for multiple development projects worth more than 60,000 crore rupees in Gujarat. Government reiterates its readiness for talks with farmers. Sent our states to prepare corridor management plan to tackle elephant attacks. India to be the 3rd largest economy by 2027, predicts global investment advisory firm Jefferies. And in sports, 2 Indian duos enter semi-finals of men's doubles of Pune Open Tennis. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.
पापा, आपका स्कूटर 2 पहियों पे चलता है, फिर पीछे एक्स्ट्रा पहिया क्यों?
क्योंकि अगर कोई पहिया पंचर हो जाए तो एक्स्ट्रा पहिया तुरंत काम आए।
आप, मैं और मम्मी तो एक ही कमरे में सोते हैं, फिर दूसरा कमरा क्यों?
कोई मेहमान आए तो उसको कहाँ सुलाइएगा? कल के लिए तैयार रहना पड़ता है बेटा।
फिर शौचालय में एक ही गड्ढा क्यों?
बिटिया ने सवाल तो कायदे का पूछा है।
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का देशवासियों से आग्रह है कि स्वच्छ भारत मिशन ग्रामीण कार्यक्रम में साथ निभाएं और 2 गड्ढे वाला शौचालय बनवाकर अपने गांव को संपूर्ण स्वच्छ बनाएं।
जागा रे जागा रे जागा, गाँव जागा रे जागा रे जागा रे जागा।
पेयजल और स्वच्छता विभाग, जल शक्ति मंत्रालय की पेशकश।